Oh, hello there.
Pete and Allie here for Thursday Night Wings. Welcome.
It's wing night, baby.
Welcome. Our second Thursday Night Wings. This is like jumping off a cliff. Hello, everybody. Welcome. If you had been here literally a minute ago, all of a sudden, there may or may not end up being an autofocus box on the screen.
She was like, why is this doing this? I don't know. No, go stand over there. Okay. All right, we'll sit back down.
Because there was an autofocus box on the stream. Karen, hello. How are you? Happy wing night. Welcome. Huh, it has been a night. And then Lauren, hello. It's wing night, baby. Lauren, here's what I will say. We have something planned for the end of the stream. Seth, how are you? Your story.
Liked your story. Yeah, very cool.
Really neat. So, Princess and the Bean, welcome. Loved your latest Disney Springs Mickey Loot unboxing. We just watched it today. I have my fingers tightly crossed that Sorcerer Alex and Ani bracelet is going to make an appearance in one of our boxes. Like, I love the way that they jingle. Like, when I just want to feel like a fairy princess, I'll throw on my I have like two of them. I have a Giants one.
My first Pete of the night.
From Ireland.
Yes. I can hear you from all the way across the pond. Yes.
But yeah, I wear Alex and Ani bracelets when I need an extra little jingle because they make the most glorious tingle. So that was really cool. So here's what we're going to start doing. We are big fans of Good Mythical Morning. And hello, Disney Pin Love. How are you? We are very big fans. If you like Good Mythical Morning, we started watching it with Mary and Eden, and so it's like a family institution. They have a podcast.
Yes.
And the podcast is called Ear Biscuits. It's really cool. What is awesome about Ear Biscuits is when they have things that they want to like share with each other, Rhett and Link, they've been friends forever and a day.
Yeah.
They will like wait and save them. And so we each made our little lists, and like there was Disney stuff that we wanted to talk about.
And so we were like, all of a sudden, like, no, we can't talk about it. No, we can't talk about it.
Save it for wing night.
Save it for wing night.
So we have lists. So if you hear paper, that is our little list.
So we have notes.
Yes. Yeah, Mouse and Mama. Good Mythical Morning is awesome. We might have so that's Aiden. Aiden is reporting from downstairs that the stream looks a little blurry. What say you? Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. No, Wi-Fi's off. Aiden is downstairs. Hello, Emily. How are you? Welcome. I still have looking for a crossbody for you in my brain for tomorrow. So fingers are tightly crossed. We just came from watching the Olympics. And I gave a little preview to some people that I talk with on Instagram. What we were watching, Pete?
The 50-kilometer race walk. 50 kilometers. It's going to take them like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like walking. And
the commentators, first of all, we turned it on, and it was like an hour into the 50K race walk. And at first, for like the first good 15-20 minutes, all of the commentators were trying to like sell us, the audience, on the excitement that is race walking experience. Luna has entered the chat. Oh no, it's Aiden. I saw the door open out of the corner of my eye. Okay, it's a little herky-jerky.
Okay, that's all right.
It's just because I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
We got a new camera, and so we're testing out instead of the webcam of last week.
Oh, Aiden's
Seth, what's coming up next is a jump cut.
You might see his face at some point. No, he's like, nah. Just a hand.
Emily, you're right. True teachers with notes. I have something to say. Remind me, I want to tell you about like my teacher preparations. So anyway, the race walkers, at first the guys are like, now, yes, they're just walking, but it's race walking. And they were like really talking it up. First of all, these people are walking you think, oh, it's just race walking. They were walking at like a 6-minute, 40-second.
Yeah, like
pace.
I calculate. I'm looking at like, wait, how long's the race? And how long's it? And all of a sudden, I started doing.
He starts getting his
I'm the math
he's
guy.
a track coach.
So I'm a track coach and a math guy, math teacher. So I'm like, let me calculate. I was like, they're walking at 640 mile pace
For 50 kilometers.
That's like the equivalent of
which
doing,
is 30 miles.
like a 320 marathon. I'm like, and they're walking.
And they were walking slow. Like, they kept saying, oh, this is slow, this is slow, this is slow.
Yeah, it's going to take them 4 hours. This is going to be a slow one today.
The best part was, the individual whose hand you just saw, Aiden. Because if you ever have the opportunity to just watch anything, do any event with like a 16-year-old boy and just listen to him react. So he says at one point they started getting water and he's like, maybe it would help. Lauren, it might. Aiden! Lauren's gonna chant for you. Pepper enjoys it. You can probably hear Pepper.
She'd happily be on camera.
She would. Maybe next week. Next week we'll do animals. But yeah, so Aiden's like, man, they're getting water. And then all of a sudden, so they start getting water like every 5 minutes. Lauren is chanting for you. He's saying, Aiden, Aiden.
Hi. Second appearance.
A voice from the darkness. He's laughing. You would never know it because he's a 16-year-old boy, but he's laughing. He's laughing. You've warmed his cold black heart. So they start getting water. And then they get like a little snacky pack. So they each get like this satchel that they put around them as they're walking. They just kind of like huck it over their necks as they go. Here's what he said. Hayden's reaction. This is when I started taking notes. He's like, man, race walkers, they could like get some other stuff done while they walk. Like they should bring their phones with them.
Updating their social media.
And then like 2 minutes later, he's like, that's it. I'm done. This is dumb. And then he was out. And then he's out. Yeah, so there you go. The man, the myth, the legend, Aiden. Not hashtag, like not just for trip vlogs. There you go. We've gotten a word out of him. Now our goal, everybody, is to like get more. But we'll get there. Baby steps.
In the studio.
Baby steps. So yeah, so that's Aiden's entire reaction to the race walking was like they could multitask. Now, speaking of being a teacher, what have you done to get ready for the school year so far?
So, they just announced all of the pricing structures and what?
Wait, the school year. He's so excited for his card. He's so excited.
She told me to write it down. She's like, you gotta take notes.
I did for the Disney part.
Oh, the Disney part.
We're still small talking.
Oh, okay.
We're small talking. What have you done? What has been your big thing? Every single time we see anything that might go on a wall.
It's for my classroom.
It's for his classroom.
Oh, that can go in my classroom. Oh, that can go in my classroom.
There is something I will tell you all as far as like what's coming up this week on Two Tiny Wings. You heard him? Yes. That makes me happy that you all heard Aiden. As far as what's coming up, tomorrow we have Magic Kingdom trip vlog. We are also heading to the outlets. Mary needs a computer for school, so tomorrow is computer day. So we're going to be doing pickups. Lauren, your pins, put them in the mail on Tuesday. So they said they should be there Friday, definitely Saturday. Okay, so those are coming. Emily, we are looking for a crossbody bag for you. Everybody, we will be putting things on our Instagram starting 11:30 a.m. Eastern. All right, we're going to go to the outlets. We're going to take pictures. We're then going to head to Burlington. I know. Brittany, he just
I get excited.
Pete on a mission. He's been researching.
I did.
I
was on my phone. I was writing things down.
His
phone. She's like, you're not winging it. You gotta wing it, kid. She's like, you gotta write it down. I was like, all right, I got this.
So tomorrow, Magic Kingdom vlog pickups, and then hello Jesse, how are you? Pickups tomorrow, Monday. There is something we are doing. A Mickey loot box. Since you're all here, we got our Monsters box. I have not seen the stuff that we got yet. So it's
there's one item
really
in particular
cool
that's very, very cool.
Everybody shop with it. I will also tell you, Lauren, Pete firmly believes that someday there will be a Pete shirt. And he has said...
I've sworn, Lauren, that when the Pete shirt gets made, the very first one is coming to you.
So
get ready. It's
ready.
Coming to you. So you will be the initial Pete merch wearer.
This is a man with a dream right here. That's what's happening. Some people want, to lead countries. Right. Pete just wants his name on a shirt. So there you go. Yes, Disney Inside Andy. Karen, we are going to... Last time we saw a lot of really neat pins. They had some shirt deals if you like spirit jerseys. They had a Star Wars Darth Vader spirit jersey marked down to $30, which is
it was like
nuts.
The Darth Vader looked like Darth Vader print on the front, and then it was black, and then on the back it had just Star Wars across the spirit jersey part. Yeah,
so I left it all up on our Instagram so you could see, because it was only a week ago, so they might still have some things. And then we're going to hit Burlington, too. So that is, it's going to be a day. And Mary's going to be with us, His birthday is December 11th.
December 11th.
I will throw that out there. Yeah, he's 6 months younger than I am. So I hear a lot about when his birthday is versus when my birthday
older
is.
Women, so.
It's, oh, God, great. That's fantastic. All right. Well, on that note, let's talk a little Disney, shall we? What are you bringing to the table
now
this week?
I get to share my...
Now, this is it. This is your magical time.
So, some of you guys have probably looked at this in some way, shape, or form if you're crazy Disney people like us. But they announced a lot of the details, the initial details for the Galactic Star Cruiser. The big thing was the pricing. 2 adults for 2 nights, $4,800. If you're 2 adults and a child, it's $5,300. 3 adults and 1 child, $6,000 for 2 nights. Initially, that's a lot of money.
And I think so. A staggering amount of money. And he says this as crazy Star Wars fan. I think if it had been... Let me see if I can guess what you're folding your hands. Okay, he's crossing his arms, which means he's really listening. I think that your range, that where you would have said, Allie, let's make this like a special thing. Emily, if you send us an email, sorry, let me pause before, I name the magic number. If you send us an email, tunedtinywings19@gmail.com, or you can get us through Instagram, _tiny_wings. That's, I'm rather obsessive about checking both. It's not healthy. I think your number 2 days, I think if it had been in the 35
for all 4 of us?
3,500 for all 4 of us for the 2 days, you would have said at some point that we should pull the trigger.
Yeah, that would have been a lot. Yeah,
400 a person a day, because then you're sort of in cruise range.
Yeah, that's probably about what it would have been. Yeah, for the 4 of us.
Now, what we haven't heard anywhere else is what is and is not included. So this is what your little boop-a-da-boop.
Like I did a bunch of this, and like some people, a lot of the articles didn't get too terribly deep into it. They kind of the price tag, and a lot of people were like, "Whoa, price tag," and kind of shut it down. So I was like, "All right, that's a lot of money."
Seth, exactly.
I'd be very hard pressed to figure out how you could squeeze that much value in, no matter what you've got.
Wait, let me pause you for 1 second. Look at your little numbers. For those of you who don't know, we could do a Disney cruise for the 4 of us for like 4 nights for about $5,200.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do a week at Disney if you stay at. We don't do crazy food. And so we can do a week at Disney for like $5,200 for the 4 of us. So
that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I got to figure out what exactly is covering this. Now, first off, those numbers are the baseline room. So they've got a standard room, which is a single sink bathroom. It seats 4 to 5 people, 1 queen size bed, 1 set of, they call them like they're like bunk beds. They're basically like little holes in the wall that you like sleep in.
They're like the little pods
Yeah,
on the
like
Millennium Falcons. Look at me with my Star Wars knowledge. Yes!
And then like a Murphy
10 points to me.
and then like a Murphy pull down bed. So that's like the smallest one, and that's the one that the initial pictures I'd seen with the rooms, what they were.
Yeah. And I will also say, Aiden is 5 feet 9 inches tall. Like, he fits in. We've done the pull down Murphy bed. We've done the pull down beds, like which we like. He fits in them. It being like a closed capsule is a little concerning.
I'd be very interested to see the fit of then the 4 of us in a room that small. So if you want to go up, there's a suite room that fits 4. The only difference is it's a queen size bed and 2 pull downs, and then the bathroom's a little bigger. There's a double sink bathroom instead of a single sink bathroom. Then there's a grand captain suite, which is sleeps up to 8 people, 2 queen size beds, 1 set of bunk beds, and 2 pull downs.
So that's like 2 families.
And it has 2 bathrooms. It has like the double sink bathroom and the single big bathroom.
That's your 2 families.
But that's also going to increase the price. Like all
How
of
much
those.
is that?
It didn't say.
Didn't say.
The 48.
So
the
it's
48
$11 billion.
Like the $6,000 for a family of 4 is in the smallest type of room.
And then, if all of a sudden we have our lottery plan. Let's talk about everybody's lottery plans for a moment.
Yeah, be like, I win $1 billion.
We talk about that a lot. Like when we're at Disney and you're right in that sweet spot of like the middle of your vacation, we're like, I could stay here forever. We talk about, okay, what if we won the lottery? We would basically say to Disney, like, okay, like what does it need? We just want to be able to come here whenever I fully understand that is DVC, but like basically we want to be able to show up at any time and say, I want
a room. Give it to me.
Like the room. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, what else is included in this? Let me go down. Here's the itinerary.
Right. This is the crazy thing. So you think 2 days, fine.
This was the crazy part.
Yeah.
You cannot arrive before 1 p.m. And as I started digging into it, they gave a sample itinerary, but from 1 to 4, if you've ever been on a cruise, 1 to 4 is kind of like those filler things that there's not a whole lot going on the ship, because they said you have to arrive sometime between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So you arrive and then you take your pod up to the ship.
So you're not, wait, again, we have not, I just saw him furiously writing. So... Hello, Jolly Holiday with Mary. So you do not even get to the second stage until 4 p.m.
No, you're on the Star Cruiser. You take your shuttle pod up from the home base to the Star Cruiser sometime between 1 and 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So you have like a boarding.
But up until 4 o'clock, it's like, oh, there's sabacc, learning how to play sabacc on the party deck, or there's like
chess game.
No, that's
that
the card
Luke
game.
Plays. That's the card game.
From Solo, they played that a lot. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's it. I lost my points.
Yeah.
Gained them with the Millennium Falcon.
But
lost them with a card game.
It looked like it's those little kind of like filler cruise things to like keep you occupied until you get like your welcome ceremony at 4 o'clock.
Got it. Is there food included in this?
Yes. So you get dinner. Dinner both nights is at 5:30. You get breakfast both mornings. One breakfast is at 7. One's at 8:30, right before you get off the ship.
Alcoholic beverages.
No. So no alcoholic beverages.
Which I guess is normal for a cruise.
Yeah, that's extra. So you get your meals. You get dinner the first night. You get breakfast. Then the full day you take a shuttle down to Batu. You get Rise of the Resistance at 8:45. You get Millennium Falcon at 10, and you get a lunch that's included at Docking Bay 7.
So there's no time. Like, we've been recently enough. So if there is So if you get on Rise of the Resistance 8:45, that means you're off Rise of the Resistance at like 9:15.
9:15,
right?
9:30 was the.
And then when do you go on the Millennium Falcon?
Well, here's
when
the thing. So let me go back. So dinner's at 5:30.
Got it.
Then they've got the first night. Then
sleep in your capsule.
Then they have this thing called these story moments. So you get to either be like a smuggler, or you can be like a resistance person, you can be like a first order sympathizer. And your first story moment is after dinner at 7:30.
So it's a scheduled impromptu story moment.
That's
Great.
what it kind of sort of
Mary,
seems like.
I'm with you. I'm going on a cruise.
And then in the morning, after you go and Rise of the Resistance, that story progresses.
So all the stuff they were going to do in Galaxy's Edge, we now have to pay $5,000
exactly.
for.
So now,
Great.
so you have some sort of like story interaction after Rise of the Resistance and before Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Then after Millennium Falcon's at 10, lunch, you have lunch and then like time until you get back on the ship. You're back on the ship by 1 o'clock.
Where do you get lunch? Did you say this?
You get it at Docking Bay 7. You get it like a meal voucher.
Yeah. Okay.
And so then you're back on the ship at 1.
Karen, hi, how are you?
Then you have like droid training and stuff.
Okay.
And then there's another story moment after dinner in the evening where it's like, and the ones they describe is like, oh, you're being asked to steal a first order ship for the Resistance, and so like they ask you to steal it at the beginning, and then when you're down in Batuu you like do your stealing, and then like the story moment at the end of the trip is like in the evening is like the results of you like stealing the ship for the Resistance.
So it's a combination of the data pad and Model UN from high school.
And a lot of your stuff, they said a lot of it will be on the app. So like the Play Disney app through the data pad, and they give you like a specialized magic band that then interacts on Batuu, so that it like the story follows you on the data pad. So it's like
the old Mickey thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I read.
And then, so you get 1 o'clock, you're on. The last day, you wake up, breakfast at 8:30, you're off at 9:30. So there's nothing the last day.
So it's like a day of
it's like
things.
It's like an evening.
It's a day and a half
It's
of
an
things.
evening, the first day, and then the day.
And then you get to sleep. I'm surprised. How do you all feel about? I am surprised. I am surprised. I continue to be surprised.
The last thing that struck me, because I remember early on when they said that they were doing this, they said, oh, and one of the great things is that you're going to be able to like get costumed up, and they're going to have stuff for you to play role playing and all this stuff. And it's like they're going to like assign you a role and give you a costume and all this other stuff. And then I went down and there's like an apparel section, and it's like you're more than welcome to dress up in your own costumes. And if you've only got, the way they put it was like, if you've only got clothing for your home planet, you can buy stuff at Shop Disney or on the ship once you get there. So it's you can dress up, but I remember way back when it was, oh, you're going to get, as part of the experience, you're going to get a costume. No, you're going to get the privilege of buying one.
When is lightsaber training?
The first day. The first.
And is stuff afternoon. Like that like included? Is it extra? Is it like
unclear?
Like if you go on a cruise, you don't automatically get to swim with dolphins or snorkel. You have to pay.
Some of it is, some of it is not. It was unclear.
Of money. It's a lot of money, and I just keep saying it's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money, Mary. That's how I feel. I was like, oh, it could be cool. It's a lot of money, and also what I was saying is that if you go into Galaxy's Edge, like I get that what you're paying for is the entire 48-hour Star Wars experience, but I am not necessarily the kind of person where if they just let me loose in Galaxy's Edge and I see Toy Story Land like just over the horizon, like I want to. That's me, and I'm a theater person. I say this ad nauseum, but like I am the person who likes the pomp and circumstance of things. So we have Spirit Weeks at school. There are times in life when people from other schools might like come if they're starting a new program to observe you. I teach one of the courses where it's an AP class, and it's pretty much like an AP research class. And so this is a program that's being implemented at other schools in where we live. And so I had people come into my classroom to just talk to the kids, talk to me, look at my syllabus, answer questions, all that fun stuff. It was Spirit Week, so at the time, I was dressed as Mary Poppins. So they came.
Hair pulled back.
Yeah, umbrella. So
Button shirt.
yeah, I don't normally wear like my suits, but I had like the A-line skirt, and so they came into the office, and I didn't, because sometimes things don't click on my brain. So I realized the morning of, like, all right, so we're doing this.
Yeah, you're right, Lauren. There's like the special dining, the captain's table. There's definitely upgrades that you then can pay more for. I mean, again, as the Disney super fan, like as a really big Star Wars, like totally into it. I mean, my classroom is going to have like posters and pictures of Star Wars.
Shirt.
My shirt. This is my
your shirt.
My Oga's Cantina.
It's actually a really
t-shirt.
cool
Yeah,
shirt.
really cool shirt. These are
really
all the
cool
coasters from Oga's Cantina. Right. So we got that on the last trip, and this is my first order hat.
Him
right?
with the first order.
Watch our trip vlog. You'll see where.
Yes, Mary, I got to be. That wasn't even the best though, because it was like movie characters. We will also say that we are more than happy. We have stayed at Pop Century. I would go down, like literally, I would leave to maybe in a couple weeks, but I would leave and go down in a second. It's a second. I do not care. I'm not picky about hotels or anything like that. But yeah, a lot of money. But I will say my best Spirit Week costume ever. Well, two. Okay, so two. One, I was a tacky tourist, and it was it was the day that I did some of the poems from Spoon River Anthology with them. And if you've ever read Spoon River Anthology, it's all about this graveyard, and it's pretty much all of the story of the souls in the graveyard, like the people's lives. And this was a really intense tale of like a man and a woman, and she went to the doctor and she died, and it was crazy. So I was dressed as a tacky tourist, complete with like fake sunburn. But the best one ever was I dressed up as Elphaba, and I painted myself green for the day. So yeah, I go hard for Spirit Weeks at school.
And like, I could get into the role playing stuff easily. I mean, you get to do lightsaber training, and like they've got like the floating training ball from New Hope, and they've got new. But it's
pricey.
It's
pricey.
Yeah,
pricey. Surprised at how pricey it is. Yeah. And I don't. They Disney never cuts prices. So anyway, so there we go. So there's 15 minutes. Yeah, Mary. It's a book of poems and Edgar Lee Masters. It's intense. It's interesting. Or you could come on up to my classroom. Like, when do I usually do it? Like early October. Early October, I'll be doing it with my kids. It'll be great. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about, Mary, right this very second, is seeing Jungle Cruise. We fully intended to see it, and then we have, like, I had a day of in-service yesterday. I forgot. All of a sudden, we did summer school, and so my body is whew.
It takes a little bit to get back in that swing.
It does. Have any of you seen Jungle Cruise? What do you think? Karen, I will say, while you guys are throwing all your Jungle Cruise reactions into the chat, Karen, the kids think that it's great because they come into my room, and what you guys see is like what you guys get. And the first 2 weeks, they're like, what the heck is going on here? And then they like just realize, oh, like she's crazy, but she's good crazy. I think they think that.
And I've
sound is still on. Let's figure out what's going on with the camera. I'm going to troubleshoot. Sound is still on. Keep talking.
Okie dokie. So we're just trying to figure out what's happening with the camera.
Karen! Thank you.
So So have any of you guys seen Jungle Cruise as we're trying to figure out what is going on with the camera? Because Yeah, that's the one thing that I'd heard was that a lot of it was they tried to bring the corny Jungle Cruise jokes into the movie, and I always liked The Rock. Like I like Dwayne Johnson back from the days when we would watch. Full disclosure, we used to watch WWE. Oh.
Ha Right? Blackout for my goodness. Always an adventure. Look at you, sort of vamping.
I sort of.
But yeah, we used to watch The Rock.
We
went too.
Hold on. Full disclosure. Right after we got married, we moved, got our first apartment together. We were very into WWE, like into WWE.
Oh yeah.
Like we went to
Lyric, welcome.
We went to a Monday Night Raw in Boston. We went to a SmackDown in Worcester. We had like Dwayne The Rock Johnson shirts. We were like we may or may not have made signs.
Oh my gosh, that's right, we
and
did.
Held them up on the floor of the Boston Garden.
Thank you, Karen. I am no Rob from Disney Connections, but I can push a shutter button. So that's my magic. But yeah, we were very into WWE, and so The Rock, he's one of the rare guys who's actually made the jump from like the crazy world of WWE into mainstream. So you've watched it twice, Lyric. Okay, Mary is watching it right this very second. And so she's
going to be our kind of like, yeah, should we go ahead and pull the trigger?
Brittany, I will say that the coolest WWE moment, we went to see the Royal Rumble when it came, we're in Pennsylvania, so when it came to Philadelphia. And it was when Seth Rollins did like the crazy like frog splashing move off the top rope. We thought he killed Brock Lesnar. We thought that was it.
Yeah.
It was
we're like, oh my gosh,
one of the craziest things that we've ever seen. And the Royal Rumble is always fun, like counting down.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, fun facts about us, like the most random things. We're Disney people, and we used to watch quite a bit of WWE. The Rock is awesome. The Rock is awesome. So we will. I had a dream actually that I made a backside of water joke. So like Jungle Cruise is in my brain. So we'll have to check it out. We'll have to check out.
I like Jumanji. If any of you guys saw the Jumanji movie that he was in, I like that. Yeah. That might have been one of those ones that I watch every so often.
Oh, the modern video game.
Yeah, the modern video game one.
It with Jack Black.
Yeah.
That took me a second. All I could think of was Robin Williams, and I was like,
"You were the Rock."
What?
Yeah, the modern one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Let's see. So what else is on my list? Oh, we know why you're all here. You're all here for the pins.
Yes.
Okay.
You all watched this week's unboxing.
If you haven't, I didn't even put them all on. So we had 4 pins that we unboxed. They're little Winnie the Pooh pins. They are, I don't know if it'll focus, they are the cutest little pins you ever did see. Yes, Emily, we will bring Mary. Yep, we will get her review. Mm-hmm. Yes, very good idea. So we opened 4 of them. We got, I think, 1 Tigger and 3 Kangas. All right. We thought you were into. Okay, wait a minute, because when we got married was not the only time I was into WWE. I was very much into WWE when I was in 5th grade, and I used to get WWE magazine. That is so cool. That is so cool. All right, so now I just had a flash back to my childhood and like waiting for issues of that magazine every month. Okay, so we had 1 Tigger and 3 Kangas on the board. Great, fine. We have more of them, we'll open up more. So we open up more, and we got another Kanga and 3 Tiggers. So we are awash in brown and orange and black. We have 3 more. So we thought that we would open up these 3 and see what we see. And so help me, all that is good in the world. I don't want you to say a word about manifesting. No, he's already thinking it's a Tigger. He's thinking, look at his face. Look at his face. Look what's happening.
Please don't be a Tigger.
No. It's great. It's great. It's okay. I fixed the camera. All is right with the world. It's a Tigger. He didn't even pull out.
I saw just a little large foot. I was like,
Lauren, we have the most random past. I would say, like, doing the 8 facts about us, the Instagram story that you forwarded a few days ago was really, really fun because we have so much randomness.
And let me tell you, as a teacher, it's awesome when you do like two truths and a lie.
Yes.
And like one of my truths is that I auditioned for Goofy. Since we can talk about that. I auditioned for Goofy
To be friends with Goofy?
Yeah, to be friends. I auditioned to be friends with Goofy. All right, because they took auditions for Friends with Goofy the summer that I was down in the college program.
He worked at Disney World for a while. He worked in the college program. So that's the preface to like the fun fact.
And so there's all kinds of random, that's one of the random things that I can tell my students. And my students are like, nah, that can't be right. That can't be right. And sure enough, it is.
I tell them 2 things. Number 1, I went to space camp when I was little. I really, really wanted to be an astronaut. And I thought that if I went to space camp, I'd like have an... it just sounds really, really crazy when it's out loud. So I went to space camp. It was awesome. And then my other thing that I tell the kids is that when in Disney, I auditioned for American Idol. And then they're like, did you get on? I'm like, no. Did you see me? No. So, Lauren, what is your favorite show? What is your favorite Broadway show? Currently, you can't even say, I will say we saw Hamilton on Broadway. The most amazing thing that I've ever seen. Like if you...
As a piece of art.
If you watch the Disney Plus, why it's good is it does a really good job of showing just all the things that are happening at any given time.
Yes.
I will also say that we also saw Hadestown is pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. And Book of Mormon, it's the hardest I have ever laughed. And see, now I'm on my Broadway kick. We saw The Producers. We laughed really, really hard. I mean, it is, yes. Hello, Katie Disney. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in to say hi. We've unboxed another Tigger. We've talked all about the exorbitant cost of the Galactic Star Cruiser. Lauren Suddenly Seymour. Yes. I almost picked Little Shop of Horrors to do this coming school. I was this close because our little Aiden can sing his face off, and we had all the potential. Like the way that I pick a show is basically say, okay, so if you have all of these potential pieces, do you have enough like potential pieces? And we did. Those puppets, they are $4,000 to rent. So
a little pricey.
Yeah, but yeah, Suddenly Seymour. I might throw that on in the car every so often. Just see if she could still belt. But yeah, so. Yeah, Book of Mormon, Mary, go see it. It is irreverent, and I think that I read somewhere that there are some changes to address some of like the more insensitive things in it. But it is, what's great is that you have people who don't realize quite what they signed up for.
And when we went to go see it, we were sitting right in the front row of like where the railing was in the second level, and we were right by one of the ushers, and we were sitting there, and then we get to the intermission, and the guy's just kind of standing there, and we said, how many people do you see usually like get up in the middle of the show and just kind of leave because they don't really...
For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a musical by the guys who did South Park. So it is irreverent, is the best. Like they just do not care about holding anything back with respect to content.
And he was like, every night we get a whole bunch that don't really know what they're getting themselves into.
And you can tell, but it is, oh my goodness, it's so good. When Broadway opens back up, like we're trying to figure out, we have to wait until December because we're not going to go back to Broadway without Mary. That being said, oh my gosh, she got all of her activities for college. It was, a meeting on Wednesday. And they're like, oh, we have buses that go to Broadway. And she's like, oh. So, anywho, we have not seen Avenue Q. That's one of the ones that some of my theater kids, Mrs., have you seen it? And I'm like, no. Also, somebody asked about Mary going to the college program. She wants to go after. She gets an internship at the end of her bachelor's program, basically. And her goal is to go to Disney. So we'll see. I know, Mary. Yeah. It's crazy. Mamma Mia. There are two interesting, and then we'll get back to the Tiggers, I promise. I can talk, the Tiggers. I can talk Broadway. There are two shows that I said I would never, ever direct, because I get to pick, basically, what shows we do for the school. I said I would never do Shrek because there's an entire farting sequence. And I just didn't like the cartoony. A lot of times when the Shrek makeup, you have to do Shrek makeup, and it's difficult. It's difficult potentially at the level of budget we have. Let me put it that way. And then I swore I would never do Mamma Mia because I said, listen, at the base, the plot is a woman does not know who the father is amongst three men. Like, how does that fly at a high school level? And then 2020 and COVID, and in March we did Shrek. And literally 2 weeks ago we closed Mamma Mia, and they were both so much fun. They were so much fun. Shrek, instead of going cartoony, I went live action with it, and so all of the characters, except for Farquaad and Fiona, they were all as you might see them in the real world. It was so cool. It was who I'd be. I will tell you, little Aiden down there was Donkey, and it was amazing. Yeah. It was.
He was Donkey and Mary was Gingy.
Yeah, Mary was Gingy, and so she belted Gingy, her little heart
every
out.
Every night when Mary would sing her little solo. It was,
yeah. So, and Pinocchio, Ryan, welcome. Pinocchio, the kid who played Pinocchio, he was like, he came into my classroom. I taught him when he was in 10th grade, and he came in and he was like this like tough sports kid. And then we did the Crucible, and I made him, he was John Proctor some days, but then I'm like, no, you have to be Danforth, because he just had like such an air. And then he's like, oh, what else? How else can I act? I'm like, well, let me tell you. And then we did Spam-A-Lot, and he was a French taunter. And anyway, I mean, it was great. Maybe I'll ask Aiden if I can put a little picture of him as Donkey up on the Instagram, just for all you, so all you know what we're talking about. Anyway. All right, so we have another Tigger, people. Lyric, here's what I'm going to say. Email us your mailing address. I know we've sent things to you before through contests and stuff, but email us your email address, 2tinywings19@gmail.com. And
one of the many Tiggers.
One of our 45 Tiggers is going to you. And oh wait, this might be an Eeyore. Guys, this, no, that was just like stages of grief in my face right there. I thought I felt what might be an Eeyore. Oh, it's a rabbit. Oh, we've broken the streak. You can't see that. It's not going to focus. But it's a rabbit, and it's yellow, and Rabbit is holding a carrot, and all is right with the world again. Oh, Ryan, you are, I tell my theater kids, you said theater changes lives. I tell my kids all of the time that, like, this past year, it is what got me through. I had alumni back for Mamma Mia because they had Spamalot, like, robbed of them. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Everybody support live theater.
Yeah,
support live theater.
I got to be, because I was helping with the show. I was like the only parent that got to actually see my kids perform.
I am a parent.
But for a year, and I told even the kids before Mamma Mia, was like, you guys get to finally do your thing in the theater in front of people and get that feedback, and just seeing their ability to grow and get something out of that was just it was awesome.
Lauren is congratulating us for getting a rabbit. Yes.
Now I'm feeling I'm feeling what this is shaped like.
And we're right back.
And I feel
I'm going to gently set Rabbit down
I feel like the luck has returned back.
I can't.
Oh, no!
Stop.
Oh, yay.
Stop.
It's a Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
There we go.
I cannot tell you how much joy this isn't even going on the board. I'm going to put this on one of my lanyards that I wear to school. We've decided some people have key hooks. We're going to have a lanyard hook because we have like 6 different lanyards. I'm putting this on them to remember that dreams come true.
I might make a lanyard of just Tiggers. Just all the Tiggers.
Walk in like what? What?
Mr. Clark, why are all your pids the same? Don't worry, kids.
Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. We tell our kids.
Oh my gosh.
We tell our kids.
You want to blow some middle schoolers' minds. You tell them that you have a YouTube channel. They're like, really? And then immediately.
And then they think, wait. They think that like they have these middle-aged people, and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. What do you have? 5 subscribers?
We're like. But then what's funny is she could tell the days that I would all of a sudden tell a class. She's like, you told the class, didn't you? I was like, why do you know? Oh, we got like 20 new subscribers. It was all my students would like pull out their phones and be like.
And then the one kid over the summer, he subscribed. So Jaden, hello, if you watch this, hello. I hope that you're doing well. And remember the one day, Jaden, when all of a sudden I scheduled a video, as people do. And all of a sudden the video, he holds up his phone and he got the notification. He's like, how did you do this? I'm like, oh, Jaden, honey, I scheduled it. But yeah, so if you want like street cred with the youth of America, there you go.
And then the one day, all of a sudden I hear the little tone that's at the beginning of our videos, from the back of the room. I'm like, you can't be watching the videos in the middle of math class.
We do math now.
We're doing math.
Anyway, well, the world is once again righted. Whew! That was an emotional journey. We've done a thing, people. Like that was exciting. That was exciting. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. We've now talked our Disney news. We've all decided, so we're all going to go on a Disney cruise instead of the Star Cruiser, okay? When our lottery plan goes into execution, we'll reach out to you all. We'll all go on a cruise,
absolutely.
Okay? You now have the video. You have the video to prove it. We're all going on a cruise. Street cred with this is what classes. I say things like street cred with the youth of America. So, we're going on a cruise. We're winning the lottery. That's step one. This is like the underpants gnomes. Step 3, go on cruise.
We say things we assume people know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Winning lottery. We're all going on cruise. We have to see the Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
We have new pins. Very exciting. Now, the last thing we're all going to do. This, Lauren, is what I promised you at the beginning. All right? We're going to do what the kids call a raid. All right.
A channel raid.
Now, all right, here we go. So if you all have teen children or youth children, you tell them we're doing a raid because Lauren at Castles, Capes, and Clones has a stream coming up. Okay? 9:30. So y'all have 10 minutes. Since we're older, we're all going to get drinks of water. We're going to settle ourselves in, maybe a little snack. Okay, we have. What do we have? Some grapes. We're going to get some grapes.
Yep.
Okay.
Healthy
nighttime snack, because we all don't want to be up in the middle of the night. You know.
Get your hydration.
Although I will say, since right now Mickey Loot is in Paris, I have been setting my alarm because I know that Matt will be going live with something magical at like 3:30 in the morning. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. We're gonna do 9:30. We're all going to go to Castles, Capes, and Clones, okay? And then we're going to start Lauren's stream, and we're all going to say, Raid! Okay?
Yes.
And the way that you do it is apparently what the kids do is they all type in all caps, Raid! So that's what we're going to do. And Lauren, we love you. So we're all going to, again, get your snackies.
Yep.
All right? Take a little break.
You got a couple minutes to set yourselves. Like
and then we're going to raid, and then we are going to talk some Wizard of Oz with Lauren.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah, we need to do like I don't know what we're going to call it, something more Disney-y than raid. But, I mean, thank you guys. Thank you guys. It is really fun.
Yeah, these are
to
really
sit
fun.
and be silly and be goofy after what ends up being a long week. Oh, teacher stuff every year. Here's how I know the year's getting ready to go. I have a set of pins ordered. Pens. I'm so excited over. I have a set of new pens. Get a teacher new pens. New pens are key, but they're very particular. I have a set of new rainbow-colored whiteboard markers, so all the kids in room 221 this year are going to get a plethora of color. They don't even know what's coming. And I get a new planner. You don't even get a planner. No.
It's all up
Him,
all up here.
Fly by the seat of his pants. Look
That's
at him. Mr. spends 45 minutes writing down numbers on a piece of paper, but the entire school year, needs nothing. Great. All right. On that note, everybody get your snackies. And then raid! So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you so much, Karen, for the super chat. Lyric, send us your email address. Emily, if you want to email us about pickups, great. 2tinywings19@gmail.com. Pay attention to our Insta. And that's all we got. So thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining us for Thursday Night Wings.
Swing night, baby.
And with that,
we invite you to set your imaginations free.